Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Line of God's Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to go ahead and read you a chapter from the Bible. Today I will be continuing with Genesis chapter 49. And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiledst thou it. He went up to my couch. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's colt unto the choice vine, he washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Issachar is a strong ass, couching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and he bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. Dan shall judge his people, as one of the tribes of Israel. Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties. Naphtali is a hind let loose, he giveth goodly words. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him, and shot at him, and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee, with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breasts and of the womb. Thy blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors, unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it, that their father spake unto them, and blessed them. Every one according to his blessings he blessed them. And he charged them, and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron the Hittite for a possession of a burying place. There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I buried Leah. The purchase of the field and of the cave that is therein was from the children of Heth. And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed, and yielded up the ghost, and was gathered unto his people. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. There's a lot I got from this reading. There's also a little bit of research I would like to do, just to understand more about what exactly is every description of the 12 tribes in this chapter. Of course, I can talk about what I already understand. It's that I would be grateful for, what it is. So, yeah, so this is very fascinating. So I'm going to do my best to summarize what Google is saying. So I'll also offer my opinion. So Reuben, of course, he mentions how Reuben slept with his father's concubine. So that's what it mentions. Simeon and Levi, he mentions how they killed the Shechemites, and he says that their families will be scattered. Judah is of course praised, and one of the most famous verses is here: "The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be." This could be a messianic prophecy that foretold of Christ. Zebulun, he will dwell. He will be a ship maker. He will be on the sea. Issachar will be. He will be like a donkey for serving in forced labor. So that's not good. Dan, it says, will be a judge basically to a snake. That's mentioned there. So Gad will be attacked by raiders and will also raid them. Asher will have good foods and delicacies. The word is very nice here. It says, out of Asher his bread shall be fat, and he shall yield royal dainties. That's super nice. Naphtali, it's very, very, what it says here, is a hind let loose, he giveth goodly words. So it basically means his family will be like a doe, and he'll have a lot of lovely fawns. And Joseph is praised for his ability to overcome adversity, and Benjamin is described as a raving wolf. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf, and so he will devour prey and divide plunder. So that is the summary of what Jacob says of the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's very interesting. Very interesting. Because it's his words. So, the one thing that they also put that I love is here at the end. We get that feeling here of the family here. It says in Genesis 49, 30 and 31, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre, in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron the Hittite for possession of a burying place. There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I buried Leah. Just so beautiful, because you get that feeling that, think of everything that we've read up to this point in Genesis. We get that feeling that it is one story. It's not just, you read one page and you think that one page is this and one chapter is this. No. All the way from Genesis to Revelation. And, that's the idea, is that it's one continuous story. And it's incredible here to see Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and we know, of course, the scepter will not depart from Judah, as Jacob says. David is of the house of Judah. Jesus ultimately is of the house of Judah. It said we know that Moses will come from the line of Levi. So it'll be very interesting, as there's one more chapter in Genesis, and then it will be Exodus. So with that, I'll go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Dive video. Since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I worked my software engineering job and I trained jiu-jitsu. And with no further achievements since yesterday's Daily Dive video, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Light be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.